Swords we clash, spells are cast, we roll, we play our games. The many-sided roleplay are a welcome surprise. So step aside, get ready to roll with all the evil paradise.
You are about to enter a world of imagination. A world where battles are fought on hex maps and grids, whether virtually or in person. Swords clash, spells are cast, and even the toughest problems can be solved with a little ingenuity and a lot of luck. From power gamers to role players, all are welcome here. Hell, even 4th edition has a seat at the table. So, with dice in hand and a heart longing for adventure, I'd like to welcome you all to this Polyhedra Paradise. What is up? Welcome. Welcome here on this Saturday night. A little later than I wanted to. I had a whole bunch of things that were not quite right on my end. But that's my problem. That's not yours. But thank you for being here on a Saturday. And if you're watching this on the replay, thank you very much for watching this on the replay. I love you just as much. So tonight, we're going to do what it says up here on the corner. We're going to build. We're also going to look at a couple books that I was gifted for my anniversary. We're going to do that first. I'm going to forgo the Dritz reading just because it's late. I'm gonna lose a cheeseburger hat. I don't know. The fur is hot. I don't think I can do the fur and the cheeseburger hat at the same time, but I think I'm gonna stick with the cheeseburger hat. I'm gonna lose the fur in a little bit. So like, I got 2 new books in the mail today. Books that I think can enhance your game as well as my game. And I'm gonna show them to you. We're gonna have a first look at them. But if you have not done so, if you like the stream and you are so inclined, please hit the like button. If you are not subscribed and you want to do so, please subscribe. And if you're watching this on Twitch and you have not done so, give me a follow. Because soon enough, these streams will be moving solely live to Twitch. That's right. They'll be streamed live to Twitch and then re-uploaded onto YouTube, because that's just the way it's gonna happen. But I don't want you guys to miss it live, so if you have not followed the Twitch channel, please go over and do so. All of our links are down in the link tree in the description. You can follow us there, or I can go ahead and post the link right now. Let me do that. So give me 1 second here, and I'll post that link. So give me 1 second here. Oh no. Okay. I'm not like trying to do stuff live, you know? Okay, so. All right, so if you're watching us on YouTube and on the YouTube replay, this is the link to the Twitch channel. So, go ahead and follow us on Twitch. Eventually, we're going to be going live there and re-uploading on YouTube. Anyway, so what we're going to take a look at, right? So what we're going to take a look at today are 2 books got in the mail. So this is Game Master's Book of Legendary Dragons, which promises to be pretty interesting if you're into that sort of thing. I mean, and who here is not into dragons, right? And then the Game Master's Book of Traps and Puzzles and Dungeons. So I gotta be honest with you guys. I'm just if I can be honest for a second here. You know, you just like, okay, cut the music for a second. Cut it. All right. I want to like the glasses, I really do. But I can't see shit. Okay. So there's the first thing, all right? I want to like the fur. I do. But it's hot as Satan nuts up in this joint. Oh my God. Whew. Whoever thought that the fur was a good idea needs to have their head examined. Oh my goodness. All right. With that out of the way, and now that we're stripped down to a decent wardrobe, we can kick the music back in. There we go. All right. All right, so before we get building on Dungeon 23, let's take a look at some of these books. Okay, so we're gonna go to the overhead cam. All right, let's see if I have the overhead cam working. All right, let's see. Cool, I do. Okay. So this is the Game Master's Books of Traps, Puzzles, and Dungeons, written by Jeff Ashworth. He has this is actually has a foreword written by Jim Davis and Jonathan Pruitt. So I don't know if you guys know who that is, but they have a YouTube channel called WebDM. So let's take a look and see. I like a lot of their stuff. I have 2 of their other books. I think they have 4 books out in this series. But there you go. Traps, Puzzles, and Dungeons. Table of contents, forward, introduction, one-shot adventures. Oh, so it gives you actually 3 one-shots that you can run. And then it gets into different types of traps: painful traps, deadly traps, disruptive traps, complex traps. And then page 108, puzzles, rhymes and riddles, ciphers, and gateway puzzles. Different dungeon chambers, a collection of 50 rooms from which your party may not escape. So these are great if you just need to pull some information for an existing dungeon, or you could probably even take these and build a whole campaign around them. But yeah, let's read some of these. Tower of Hope, the Holding Cells, Pit of Pendulums, the Open Chasm, the Wave Pool, Fire Vault, Switchback, Titan's Trap. So, all right, let's take a look here. And let's see what some people said about this book. A fantastic drag and drop resource for any GM who wants to shake things up and challenge their players with unique scenarios. The Game Master's Book of Trap, Puzzles, and Dungeons is a must-have for your collection, sure to add fun to your adventure for years to come. As sharp as a razor-spiked bat pit and as clever as a sphinx with a PhD in puzzlecraft. If you see your GM toting this book around, you'd better be in your A game too. I don't know if that's how Matt Forbeck talks, but it is in my book. That's how he talks to me. So fine. So there's the foreword here. I'm not going to read the whole foreword because I've been told that people don't like to be read to, but it is by Jim Davis and Jonathan Pruitt of WebDM. So what's in this book, what's not in this book, it's not for the faint of heart. Some of the dungeons presented in the significant damage by default. Lava's like that sometimes. So if your players aren't jonesing to try out completely different characters in the short term, you may want to ensure they proceed with caution. It is not definitive when it comes to damage. This book does not feature one big dungeon. The flavor text in this book is not always going to be accurate, meaning that it may not exactly fit what you're doing, so you're going to have to play around with it. So, but you can adapt it to whatever you're using. So obviously it gives you the breakdown of the different maps in this book are featuring recurring items. Oh, so this is the key right here. Okay, so one-shot adventure. So this is nice that it actually gives you three one-shot adventures complete. The Sphinx and the Scarab. And you can see how it's laid out. And then you have this nice black and white map. Let's see. I'm just flipping through real quick, okay? But you can kind of get the idea of how it's laid out. Typical 5th edition style. Pick of the litter, the party is invited to participate in a race against some of the realm's most powerful heroes on behalf of a young Sphinx, hoping to be named Divine Guardian. Suitable for levels 6 to 10. Just skip through. Oh, look, nautical. Nautical is awesome. So yeah, I'm really not gonna read all this stuff. Another black and white map, and then you have the typical boxes. Let's see, let's take a second here and look at this stuff. Tinkle McGee and the Holy Terrors. Tinkle McGee is the ordained leader of the Holy Terrors, a furiously upbeat group of halfling paladins who saved their village from an undead horde during the last age. They enjoy fighting, drinking, and praying, not necessarily in that order. Yes, tiny paladins. You gotta love it. Alright, here's another one. Skullhammer Manor. While investigating a series of disappearances near a storied estate, the party finds themselves trapped by a dream dragon and facing off against their own nightmares. Ooh. An adventure by 3 black halflings, suitable for levels 7 to 12. That's cool. 3 black halflings. Actually, they have a YouTube channel. They were one of the first groups to interview Kyle Brink, the acclaimed Dungeons and Dragons apologist / shithead liar. I wonder if the other adventures, maybe I missed that they are credited to other people too. Let me get back and check. I don't want to not give them people credit. This is by Jasmine Bullhars. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip forward a little bit. So this is pretty interesting. I'm gonna have to take a look deeper into some of this stuff, but I'm not gonna do it on a stream because I really like to take my time and read through stuff, and you guys don't want like minutes of me just sitting here in quiet contemplation like, interesting. But yeah, so anyway, what we're going to eventually get to tonight is building Dungeon 23. We're a day behind, so we've got two rooms to do tonight. So here's the part where we get into traps. A dungeon crawl isn't complete without a few hidden explosives, perilous pits, or runes that can turn a barbarian into a newt. Traps do more than make the rogue feel useful. They add a layer of danger to every step that the party takes. So traps for me have always been a line that you walk. Like, it's more than just a successful trap. Has to be more than just haha, gotcha. You know, there has to be forethought involved. There has to be something that is more in depth than the room blows up and you all die. So it is nice to have something like this that actually helps you out, you know, because they're really hard to design on your own. So let's take a look at this one here. Dangerous decorations. You guys see that? Okay. Walking through the translucent mesh that covers the doorway with 2 large claymores placed above it is as decoration triggers the massive blades to swing downward, slashing the creature as they pass under the door's archway. So they give you a little descriptive text. As you walk through the door, you feel something dragging then tightening against your skin as you're walking through a very thin, translucent bedsheet. As you struggle with the invisible cloth, you hear the telltale sound of steel scraping on steel. You look up to see the crossed claymores that decorated the doorway's arch swiftly swinging down. Make a dexterity saving throw. So, simple, right? But effective. The jump scare. As you make your way down a winding corridor, you hear an audible whoosh and a rush of cold air. A shadowy figure flies at you at rapid speed, its skeletal hands outstretched amid your throat. Do you want to jump out of the way, attack, or try something else? Now this one, trigger and flavor. The small stones that make up the larger tiles of this hallway are pressure sensitive, and when stepped upon, they release a dummy styled to look like a deadly lich from its hiding hole above. The swift arrival of a seemingly terrifying opponent sends less steel-wheeled creatures jumping backwards or forward into a now exposed spike trap. So, scary thing coming down in front of them. Do they jump forward? Do they jump backward? It's, you know, they're kind of caught in this in-between land. So stuff like that. Bee's Knees, Hellfire Whiplash. So the whole book is filled with different types of traps. So those are inconvenient traps, then you get into the deadly ones. Wow. Smash and grab. Oh, wow. As you take one more step, you feel the floor beneath you give under your foot, followed by a loud spring as bricks in the walls on either side of you, both in the shape of a giant hand, spring towards you where you stand. Make a dexterity saving throw. So, giant hand comes out of the wall to beat the piss out of you. Oh, it's Cocaine Bear. All right. Sorry, sticky situation. A pressure plate on the floor activates a mechanism that causes the floor beneath the trigger to drop down onto a honey slick chute, which leads to a den of hungry brown bears. Woohoo, boy! So yeah, I mean, you guys get the idea, right? Hey, hey, good evening. Yeah, all is well. Ear infections and stuff like that with the kids, but yeah, all is well. Hopefully you're doing good. So yeah, so then there's all that stuff. Then you get into disruptive traps, complex traps, and then we get into puzzles, rhymes and riddles, ciphers, and gateway puzzles. The way is shut, but not if you can solve the puzzles. So, no. So the whole bunch of different ciphers, and it gives you codes and further questions, other ciphers. So, like, I could literally spend the next hour, 2 hours going through this whole book, but it really is a great resource if you want to add traps and puzzles to your dungeon. So and it's available on Amazon as $22.99, although I think I paid a little bit less than that because I bundled it with some other stuff. So yeah, and it's compatible with 5th edition. So there's that. And the other book I want to show you guys, I mean, this is a dragon game, right? The Game Master's Book of Legendary Dragons. Forward by Luke Gygax. For those of you who don't know who Luke Gygax is the, yes, I will talk to you soon. I'll give you a call tomorrow. Yeah. So I have to operate mea culpa. Like, I was supposed to call and there was some issues with some stuff, but I'll give you a ring. Anyway, so Game Master's Book of Legendary Dragons, forward by Luke Gygax. Luke Gygax is the son of Gary Gygax, who was one of the co-inventors of Dungeons and Dragons. So this is also written by Jeff Ashworth. This is the 4th book in the series. So, let's see here. Ooh. Sorry, I'm just looking at this for the first time myself. So we've got a whole bunch of legendary dragons that are created specifically for this book. And section on dragon riders, you have the 10 is legendary dragons. Page 120, a realm of dragon, dragon riders, drakes, pugins, dragonauts, hand of the dragons, dragon cults, dragon hunting, dragon parts economy, enhanced spells, aerial combat, and magic items. All right, so Strange, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. We are looking through a couple books that I purchased today. This one now is Legendary Dragons. Just picked it up on Amazon. So this is an in-depth look at special dragons that you can drop into your world wholesale. That's compatible with 5th edition. But not only do you have individual legendary dragons, but you have additional rules in this book for where it comes to dragon cults, dragon hunting, dragon parts economy. So that's something I want to take a look at right here. Dragon parts economy, 159. Because everybody's always saying like, yeah, you got all these dragons. What do you do with these dragons? So here we go. Dragon parts economy. Everything allegedly has a price. Dragon parts are no different. What follows is a list of dragons, organs, and price associated for each dragon type, as well as how those parts can be utilized in spellcasting. Specific dragon organs are used for magic item creation, healing, and rituals. Others are explicitly used for spellcasting. Unique dragons that are harvested may provide more rare ingredients, and their effects are at the GM discretion. Determine what dragon parts will be useful after a dragon is killed. A fierce battle may render many of the parts listed below damaged or useless, depending on how the battle went. You may determine whether or not harvesting a particular part is more challenging. So, then you've got the part, the usage, the gold piece value, the difficulty check, and that's the difficulty of handling or field dressing any dragon part. A creature must roll a wisdom survival check against the DC to properly handle the dragon's part. Failure by 5 or more results in a damaged or useless part. So, yeah. Strange says, I'm interested in actually learning dragon language after all these years. Yeah. I mean, it'd be interesting if you can find a singular dragon language. I mean, so many people have different interpretations of the different languages. So, all right. Oh, so here we go. Oh, this is great. Dragon parts. See, you've got the wormling, young, adult, and ancient. So let's just take a look here. So the the young heart of a dragon can be used in spell components. It can get you 3,000 gold pieces. Difficulty check of 15. So you have to roll a 15 above to correctly harvest it. So it doesn't give you any damage if you fail, and spoilage is 2. I missed the spoilage part. What does it say about spoilage? Oh, spoilage. How many days a dragon part will last before spoiling? Okay, so basically you have 2 days to get it to use it before it spoils. Okay, so this is cool. Yes, it is interesting that they call it a dragon. It's like most of the time your chromatic dragons tend to be more evil, and your metallic dragons tend to be more good aligned. Yeah, so dragon parts economy. So, blood of an ancient dragon can be used as a component for spells. It's worth 500 gold pieces. That's a 15 DC to harvest it, and you only have a half a day to use it before it spoils. But these tables are great because I love the game of Dungeons and Dragons, but like a lot of times things are left up to the DM fiat to figure out, you know? So you kind of just have to make this stuff as you go up. Like, official D&D hasn't released anything like this. So this right here is why third-party publishers are so important to the game. Because you can get things like this from them that D&D, that Wizards of the Coast is just like, yeah, just figure it out. You know? Enhanced spells using dragon components. Listed below are spells that use material components. Each of them have been enhanced by the additional use of parts harvested from dragons. The magical nature can increase the potency or allow for added effects to occur. Okay, so we'll just take it for instance. Okay, so you have Arcane Lock. It's a level 2 spell, material component, gold dust worth at least 25 gold pieces. But if you use a ground up dragon egg shell, the DC increases by 5 to 15 total. Are the components consumed? Yes. So that means if you use the dragon egg shell with the production of the arcane lock, it is even harder for somebody to bypass the arcane lock. Astral projection. 1 gemstone for each creature affected, must have worth of 1,000 gold piece. Also 1 ornately carved bar of silver worth 100 gold piece. But if you add 4 silver dragon scales, the silvery cord is immune to damage, which means it can't be severed. I mean, how cool is that? So, I mean, by no means is this like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like canonical. I mean, it is canonical if you choose to use these rules, but it definitely gives you a way to enhance the game. Theory says, I had an experience years ago where I got up in the middle of a D&D game. I come back. The DM said I found a ring. What I didn't know was it was a ring of contrarianness. So everything I said was backwards. Nice. Like, I would have said the opposite of what I meant. Nice. How long have you been playing, Marvel? Oh yeah. So it just goes on to list the different spells that are affected. Aerial combat and airship options. So one of the biggest complaints about the Spelljammer book was that it lacked instructions for aerial combat. How do you have a setting based in space and not have rules for aerial combat or astral combat? But here we go. Aerial combat and airship options. So, an airship must reduce speed to half its normal elemental engine speed to turn. An airship will travel a minimum of the haul length before it can turn left, right, or up or down. Once it is finished turning, it can resume normal speed or take the dash action on the next round. Already more useful than what was in Spelljammer. So you have high airship obstacles, high winds and storms, large weapons, airship cannon, airship ballista. So, ship-to-ship engagement, boarding, high altitudes. So I guess this is more airship than it is space combat, but I'm pretty sure the rules are adaptable, you know? Sample captains, sample airship. Strange says, I used to play between 95 and 97. Even had a group that helped me cause a war between Waterdeep and Skullport. Nice. Forgotten Realms was, I remember in the 80s when I was playing, and Forgotten Realms came out. I was so invested in Mystara that I didn't want to know from Forgotten Realms. I was like, get the gray box bullshit out of here. But like, I've come to appreciate Forgotten Realms, and like nowadays it is the default setting for D&D, so I've really had to embrace it. So it's yeah, I've come to like it, I guess. I wasn't a big fan then, but 95, so you're an OG. 95 and 97. I was deep into Ravenloft then in 95. Okay, so we've got additional magic items. And what is this here? Oh yeah. Detrimental properties. Morningstar of Malady. Lockpicks of Thievery. Now again, I'm just breezing through this because, you know, I can't just sit here and read the entire book to you, you know. Necklace of Fearlessness. Ring of Dragon Armor. This ring, crafted from dragon scale, grants resistance to the breath weapon of a dragon matching its scale type. A red ring protects the wearer from a red dragon's fire breath. A white ring protects the wearer from dragon's cold breath, and so on. Additionally, while attuned to the ring, anytime you take breath weapon damage from a draconic creature, the damage is reduced by 10. So that's cool. So this is awesome. Tapestries of Preservation. Let's see. These tapestries usually found in a set of 4, combining to create a single tableau. Each tapestry is 4 feet wide and 6 feet tall, weighing 4 pounds. The artwork of the tapestry is usually dragon-related, depicting epic battles and sometimes ancient airships. When the tapestries are hung and activated, they fill the room with preservation magic. While the magic of the tapestries is activated, the room stays at a constant temperature that is comfortable to most living creatures. 72 degrees and sunny year-round. Although I prefer like 68 degrees. I like my rooms a little cooler. They produce a radiance that can bathe a 40 by 40 by 40 foot room in daylight. Food, drink, and dead creatures will not spoil, provided they remain in the light emitted by these tapestries. Wow, so if you need to, if you have a dead person and you don't want to cast, what is it? The thing that prevents them from rotting. You can just go and lay them in this room. Yeah. Strange says, I looted so much as an elf rogue during the chaos of the war between Waterdeep and Skullport. Probably enough to start fencing some stuff. All right, so then it goes on the one-shot adventures. So again, we have another book that gives you some one-shots. So this one is by James Floyd Kelly. I'm not sure that I know who that person is. It's called Hold My Beer. But these books are great. They give you so much information and so many adjuncts to your game, and they give you 3. Yeah, both of these that we looked at today have given you 3 one-shot adventures. So all in the nice low price of sub $25. I mean, that's amazing. That's really that's the word I'm looking for. I don't want to say amazing because that word's overused. You get a lot for your money. You get a lot of bang for your buck here. And then Dragon Hunt. Party must organize a heist, then take to the skies to help a retired dragon hunter take down a risen elemental evil. And that's for levels 8 to 12. A mighty dragon is reborn, and 2 dragon hunters have set their sights on defeating their past nemesis once again. A red dragon named Senary has been resurrected by its loyal kobold minions. forging itself a new body, surging with elemental flame. Century has taken on a new moniker, the Thriceborn, and it sets its sights on reshaping the world in fire and blood. When Century last stalked the Earth? Earth? Okay, we'll go with Earth. Two legendary dragon hunters, Bellemus Yanarin and Ridden Atherdon. Two names that I feel like came from punching a keyboard. Slew the vicious creature. Now that Century has been brought back to life, these hunters are committed to taking up arms once again to stop the dragon before the reign of terror descends. Successful partners when they face Century more than 100 years ago, the dragon hunters have since splintered into rival factions. Now separated, each needs to find assistance from adventurers brave enough to defy both a creature of legend as well as the laws that forbid dragon hunting. Sounds interesting. Again, you can take these adventures and drop them into your campaign. Yep, it's full colored maps, as you guys can see. Here looks like some sort of airship. So yeah, engine trouble, secret landing. And then we've got some NPCs in the back here, complete with illustrations. Bellemus Yararin, Rendern, Atherdon, Zaphod Beeblebrox, the Thriceborn Dragon. And then here's the last one, the Fury. Oh, and this one's a planar mission. When the party descends into the lower planes on a rescue mission, they come face to face with one of the hell's most dangerous predators. Finally, one of the biggest issues with 5th edition is the fact that they don't have very good high level play, but here you have one that's level 17 to 20, so you're definitely gonna want to be higher level to tackle this one. So yeah. Any Dritz Steward? Oh, the Dritz book. Oh, sorry, I have not read anything from the Dritz book this evening. This one? Yeah, I didn't do any reading from that. Yeah. I mean, I can, but I was getting ready to go do some building. Let's see, where were we at? Yeah, you know what? I'll do it. Why not? All right. Let's see, where are we at here? Give me 1 second. Dritz is like, he's the quintessential dark elf. I mean, obviously, but I really like the character of Dritz. So we are now on page 11. The Academy. It is the propagation of the lies that bind the Drow society together. The ultimate perpetration of falsehoods, perpetration of falsehoods repeated so many times that they ring true against any contrary evidence. The lessons young Drow are taught of truth and justice are so blatantly refuted by everyday life in wicked Menzoberranzan that it is hard to understand how any could believe them. Still, they do. Even now, decades removed, the thought of the place frightens me, not for any physical pain or the ever-present sense of possible death. I have trod down many roads equally dangerous in that way. The Academy of Menzoberranzan frightens me when I think of the survivors, the graduates existing, reviling within the evil fabrications that shape their world. Nose itches, sorry. They live with the belief that anything is acceptable if you can get away with it. That self-gratification is the most important aspect of existence, and the power comes only to she or he who is strong enough and cunning enough to snatch it from the failing hands of those who no longer deserve it. Compassion has no place in Menzoberranzan, and yet it is compassion, not fear, that brings harmony to most races. It is harmony working toward shared goals that precedes greatness. Lies engulf the drow in fear and mistrust, refute friendship at the tip of Loth's blessed sword. The hatred and ambition fostered by these amoral tenets are doom of my people, a weakness that they perceive as strength. The result is a paralyzing, paranoid existence that the drow call the edge of readiness. I do not know how I am survived the academy, how I discovered the falsehoods early enough to use them in contrast, and thus strengthen those ideals that I most cherish. It was Zachnafine, I must believe, my teacher. Through the experiences of Zach's long years, which embittered him and cost him so much, I came to hear the screams of protest against the murderous treachery, the screams of rage from the leaders of the Drow Society, the high priestesses of the Spider Queen, echoing down the paths of my mind, ever to hold a place within my mind, the screams of dying children. What eyes are these that I see the pain I know in my innermost soul? What eyes are these that see the twisted strides of kindred? Led in the wake of toys unbridled. Arrow, bolt, and sword tip? Yours, aye, yours. Straight run and muscled spring, soft on padded paws, sheathed claws, weapons rested for their need. Strained not by frivolous blood or murderous deceit, face to face, my mirror, reflection in a still pool by light. Would that I might keep that image upon this face of mine. Would that I might keep that heart within my breast untainted. Hold tight to the proud honor of your spirit, mighty Guinevere, and hold tight to my side, my dearest friend. Zachnafine Duwerden, mentor, teacher, friend. I, in the blind agony of my own frustrations, more than once came to recognize Zachnafine as none other than these. Did I ask of him more than he could give? Did I expect perfection of a tormented soul? Hold Zachnafine up to standards beyond his experiences, or standards impossible in the face of his experiences? I might have been him. I might have lived trapped within this helpless rage, buried under the daily assault of the wickedness that is Menzoberranzan, and the prevailing evil that is my own family, never in life to find escape. It seems a logical assumption that we learn from the mistakes of our elders. This, I believe, was my salvation. Without the example of Zachnafine, I too would have found no escape, not in life. Is this the course I have chosen a better way than the life of Zachnafine knew? I think yes, though I find despair often enough sometimes to long for that other way. It would have been easier. Truth, though, is nothing in the face of self-falsehood. and principles are of no value if the idealist cannot live up to his own standards. This, then, is a better way. I live with my many laments, for my people, for myself, but mostly for that weapons master lost to me now, who showed me how and why to use the blade. There is no pain greater than this. Not the cut of the jagged-edged dagger, nor the fire of the dragon's breath. Nothing burns in your heart like the emptiness of losing someone, something, before you truly have learned its value. Often now I lift my cup in a futile toast, an apology to the ears that cannot hear, to Zach, the one who inspired my courage. Ooh, that's some heady stuff, Dritz. Yeah, I mean, this book is chock full of dritzy goodness, and we're not even close to finish the first chapter. I mean, Guinevere, yeah. Guinevere, who swallowed the halfling in him to the halfling to hide him in the pocket dimension with it. Yes. Zachnafine sacrificed all so Dritz could escape Menza Baron's end. Yes, he did. Zachnafine, I actually did a video on Zachnafine. It was a Father's Day video. It's somewhere on here. I mean, if come around Father's Day, I may re-record it because I did it a long time ago. But yeah, Zachnafine was he was the man. He did protect him. I mean, and it's funny how close Dritz on several occasions came to being eradicated by Malice and by his sisters. And yeah, he owes an awful lot to Zachnafine. And for Zach to reach the end that he did, it was like, you know. But then I think that I haven't been caught up completely. I think they brought Zachnafine back in some other books about Dritz. Yeah. So many great memories listening to this being read. Thanks. Hopefully you guys like this. Hopefully you guys appreciate the readings, because sometimes people don't like being read to. But you know what? I'm going to continue to do it because I enjoy it. And maybe one day we may just do like a straight reading. But for now that we've put the book down, we're going to go build a little bit. And then I'm gonna get out of here. I haven't yet read this. I haven't read it either. All right, so we're gonna go to the maps. So what we're doing now is we're gonna go on to our Dungeon 23 build. Dungeon 23 is what we're doing over the course of the year, 365 days. We are building a 12-level mega dungeon. We're doing 1 level a month, 365 rooms. You can figure out how the structure works just by me saying that, right? So some months maybe 28 rooms, some months maybe 30, but never more than 32. Just by how it works. Hallways do not count as rooms. We're on the 2nd level of the dungeon, going down. The 1st level is the upper mansion, where people may or may not know what's going on. Oh, hey, thank you, Strange. I appreciate that you appreciate it. Simple man. So, the last room that we did was the Mike Porter dad joke torture room. I'm gonna go back and punch it up, but not tonight. So we've got 2 rooms to build tonight. This room right here was a armory where we actually have Zachnafine and not Dritz. I actually got Callisto corrected me. It's not Dritz. Oh my gosh, I forgot what the guy's name is. Can't remember. But Anyway, so but it's Zachnafine and shoot, darn it, I can't remember. But anyway, and we have Malice Warden over here, and we have one of my favorite pieces of the dungeon, the trap. So this room is staying as is. Then we have this room, which is going to be a larder, which is like supplies and stuff like that. And then we have Mike Porter's torture room, the Dad Doke torture room. And this is the armoring, the forge room over here. So let's zoom out because we have a couple different parts to this level. It's not all just the level underneath of the underneath the mansion, but we have this secret room here that we haven't really explored off of. So this is a secret staircase coming down here. Now, if you had a secret room underneath a staircase in the back part of a library, what would that go into? How about a treasure vault? Yes, I think we need a treasure vault. Let's see. Council. Treasure room. It wasn't Artemis. It was I can't remember what the guy's name was. Callisto told me, she corrected me. I'll remember it. I'll remember it. Yeah. If anybody out there is interested in contributing pictures or anything else to Dungeon 23, go over and in the description there's a link to our Discord. Go and join the Discord. You can contribute pictures. You can stay up to date with what we're putting in each individual rooms. And pretty soon I'm going to be introducing some member options. Because there's a lot of things coming up that you guys can be a part of. So go over and join the Discord. The link is in the description. So, all right, we're gonna do a treasury. It needs to be a little bit bigger. We're making this jaunt huge. No, it wasn't Tasselhoff Burfoot. He was wasn't Tasselhoff a he was a the kleptos. The guy that's a klepto. The race is a klepto. All right. Ooh, treasury. All right, we gotta. Yes, he was a Kender. Yes. Yeah. I found his original story from a Dragon Magazine article where they first mentioned Tasselhoff. There's so much stuff. Like, if you look in those old magazines, there's so much D&D goodness buried in those. I really like looking through all those old books. Tent? Nah, I don't want to. Nah, I want to make it a tent. Is that new? All right, so we're going to stick... Okay, I'm going to stick with the walls that are in this basement. So let's go with the wood walls. Panel walls. There we go. So the walls are stone. There we go. Panel walls. Yeah, I gotta be honest. Like, you're coming up with a lot of stuff that I've like Tasselhoff is. He was the OG Kender. Like, the Kenders get a bad rap. Kenders were not kleptos. They just had no concept of like personal possessions, which that why they were so hard to like. If you wanted to play as a Kender, like, you have to understand that they're not stealing. They just don't have a concept of possession. So it was this like fine line that you had to draw. Like, I didn't have a problem with people playing Kenders, but if they played a Kender and to just steal stuff from players, it was like, you're missing the point of Kenders. Kenders are not assholes. At least not intentionally. At least that's how I've found it. I mean, your mileage may vary on Kenders, but I don't like what 5th edition did with the Kenders, where they made their where they made them like a magical race. So like they incorporated that kleptomania, for lack of a better term. I forget what they called it, but they gave it a magical ability where they could like pull something out of their bag that they had that just showed up but disappeared after 24 hours. And these the things would like disappear after 24 hours. So it simulated the Kenders like forgetfulness and them taking something, using it, and then just leaving it somewhere. They tried to replicate it magically, and like I feel like Kenders weren't magical. They just had no concept of possessions. So, all right. So we're gonna change this door to something that's much sturdier. I really want a nice vault door, cabin door. No. Mansion gate, old gate. No. Where's the... Single... There has to be some sort of door that's... I know I've seen a hardcore gold door. Bronze mausoleum door, bandit door. Bag of many things, yeah. There it is, treasury door. Now that's a door. All right, let's change the treasury floor. I mean, I've wanted to try strange. When's the last time you played? Have you played recently or looked at any of the newer stuff coming out? All right, let's see. Top treasury tile. So I think we're gonna go with this treasury tile floor here. There we go. Yeah, they recently released a Dragonlance setting book and an adventure, and they kind of like, like they've done with a lot. So what I think 5th edition's problem is, like, they try to bring these things back, but then they take a lot of the soul out of what it was to fit modern sensibilities. I don't even know how to accurately explain it, but like with Spelljammer, they changed the ships from floating in the phlogiston, they changed it to the astral sea. So already you start creating some issues. Well, like the Spelljammer ships were not meant to be floating in the astral sea. It was the phlogiston between the worlds. And like with Ravenloft, like the hack job they did with Ravenloft was just kind of ridiculous. But they did the same thing with Dragonlance, where they changed so much of the tenets of Dragonlance that it's like barely recognizable. So like I just don't understand, like, do or do not. There is no middle ground, all right, so so we've got the treasure room here, and I want to connect, so I want to get rid of this door. All right. Oh, I'm still in flooring. All right, let me get rid of that door. Should we throw some more treasure in there? Or how about we do a vault door here? All right, what do you think? Should we do the vault door or should we do the treasury door? Leave the treasury door or vault door? Oh, and the original writers of Dragonlance have actually come out with a new Dragonlance book, and it's going to be a trilogy, so that's actually a good thing. We'll have that vault door here, and we're gonna have a super duper super secret room back here. What do we put back there? What do we put back there? All right. Back out here, see where we're at. There's that there. Oh, Riverwind, the end of the last home. I just saw a module about the end of the last home. I don't know if they actually released a module, and I'm actually heading to a game store tomorrow for my birthday. And they have a crap ton of old Dragonlance books and Ravenloft books, and I may pick up the end of the last home module that they created. All right, so I like that. I'm just going to change the look of the walls. Change the walls, see what the outside of the walls look. Oh. Change up the stone, get rid of these windows. Did I not change it? There we go. Yeah, man, I enjoy the D&D stuff. Love collecting D&D stuff. I don't know. I see all the stuff behind me, but Ravenloft was my big thing. Man, I love Ravenloft. Still love Ravenloft. All right, let me get rid of this door. Get rid of these windows. So what is in this treasury room that is so super secret? So I don't think gold. I think we can move the gold in here. I think the gold could be in the other one. That's a red herring. And you know what? I want to make... Let's move this up. I'm going to make a false wall in front of this. I'm going to make a false wall. So it's almost impossible to find it. So let's create a false wall. Alright. There. Alright, so we'll do what we did before with putting like the bookcases in front of it, so people don't know that that's there. All right, let's move this. I'm just gonna move some of this stuff out of the way. All the piles of gold. There's gold in them nar hillbillies. Mike Porter's hairpiece. Oh man, Mike Porter doesn't have hairpiece. He's happily bald. I love Mike. So, while I got everybody here, we're gonna be at the end of this month. We're gonna be moving exclusively to Twitch for the live streams, and then re-uploading them on YouTube. So if you are not subscribed to the Twitch channel, probably a good idea if you do that. And I'm going to pin that to the chat. There. So that's pinned up to the top if you have not liked us on Twitch. It doesn't mean we're not ever going to be streaming on YouTube. We will, but it's just better to do the live streams on Twitch and then upload them. It's a whole thing when it comes to algorithms and stuff like that. It's a whole bunch of boring stuff that, you know, I'm sure nobody really cares about, but it just works out better that way. So I'm going to put bookcases along this wall. But, however, yeah, no, it'll be a month. I mean, yeah, but for anybody, for anybody who doesn't want to do that, I am going to be, if people are absolutely opposed to that, what I can do is set up a private YouTube stream for anybody who absolutely refuses to do Twitch. Because I don't want to not stream to people just because they're like, oh, I'm not doing Twitch. So there's, you know, if people are absolutely opposed to it, I can, we can work something out. But the YouTube streams are just going to be like uploaded. But I am going to be offering memberships. And there's going to be 5 spots available beforehand for people to grab a lifetime membership for free. They're going to be first come, first serve. And that's for early adapters who want to be members. And they're going to be free of charge. You can be a member. There's going to be special live streams, special world building streams. You're going to have access to things that are being recorded early on. But 5 spots are going to be available to people to jump in and grab them completely pro bono, no matter what, free in perpetuity. So I will let everybody know how to grab them when it gets a little bit closer to when that's going to happen. And I am looking for furniture. So if you are interested, go to our Discord server and find the membership section and throw your name. No, I'm sorry, there won't be cake. I cannot offer people cake. I can offer people stickers though. Stickers and special streams. Cake will spoil in the mail. All right. Cupboards, no. Bookcase. All right, let's find the door. Let's find the door that looks like a bookcase. Place doors. Ruin, double, single. The cake is a lie. I mean, to be fair, I never said there was going to be cake. You said that. You said that there was going to be cake. The cake is a lie. Portal. All right, so we got the secret door there. Do we just make all these secret doors so that the depth looks the same? Because if I go and I put the, if I actually put the, what do you call it? If I actually put the bookcase on there, the depth looks different. So, see, the depth looks different. I got a problem with that. Depth is different. So, like, automatically. Yeah. No. Yeah, anything that I put there. Make the treasures the doors? What do you mean? Oh. Okay. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go through and add everything to these doors. To the bookcases myself. Yeah. You have no idea what you mean. Oh, good. Okay, so I completely understand you. Well, I could do that, and I'll just run through and put stuff on these bookcases. I could put jewelry and ham and all kinds of stuff on these bookcases. I mean, who doesn't love ham, right? All right. Towels. Put a wash basin on here. Yeah. Watch this. We're gonna put folded towels on some of these. Let's change the color of these towels. Oh, it just changes the color of the stripe. Man, I want. Oh, the treasure chest that has a false bottom and leads to a ladder to the other room. Yeah, we can do that. I like that idea. I wonder if these open. They do not. Or, oh, I can definitely do that. Yes. So we'll have that in this room here. So good idea. So I'll put in here. Can't do a floor tile, so let's see. Need to do a ladder. Nope, that's not it. That's a stairway. Structural. That's right, it's in structural. What is that? Tent anchor? All right, stairs down. All right, I think that one is probably our best bet here. Old stairs. So we'll have right smack dab in the backside here. Looks like Link. So we got a set of stairs going down there. Let's take and move. All right. So normally, it looks like I wouldn't be able to. Yes, exactly. So now when a treasure chest is encountered, there's a hint of doubt that it's an actual treasure. That's right. So we'll mark this. We'll make this look different. What would symbolize treasure? Green, right? So we'll do a green treasure chest. Green with envy. Green with leprechauns. Can we still say that? Yeah. All right. So normally I wouldn't be able to put it over there because it clips, but I'm going to turn collisions off. If I turn collisions off, I can set it right over top of that staircase. Can you place doorways behind pictures or tapestries? You know, I don't know. I know there's this door because it's a fake door, but let me see if I can. Well, I definitely can't put it behind this door. It's too big. So let me try here. Oh, we'll set a doorway. Let me just put a... Ah, what's going on? It's freezing. Ah, shucks. All right. So put that doorway there. What is this one? Let me get rid of that. I'm going to put... Let's see. Police objects. There. I can do that. So you get this painting here. I can't increase the size of it, so let me find one that's big enough, because some of these are bigger than others. It's a tiny one. There you go. There you go. I could place that right behind it. Well, it's not quite behind it because it didn't go right to the floor. But hey, it's pretty close. You know? Like, pretty close. I'll put this thing right in front of it. What is that? That's crazy looking. Yeah, I mean, I think that's... Yeah, that one's floor to ceiling, so let me get rid of this one. Da-da-da. Yeah, pretty close. And we can change... Oh, we can make it look ripped. Yeah, there that door is hidden behind a painting. What's really great is that I can import these maps into Foundry VTT and people can run through them in 3D. So the players can see everything in this view and they can move their tokens around and stuff like that. So it's pretty wild. I'm investigating it right now. I don't want to show that off to anybody yet until like I have it perfected. But yeah, it's pretty wild. I don't know. There's part of me that absolutely hates all this stuff. Like the part of me that is like way locked into the theater of the mind and thinks this is like way too much. It's way too much. It's basically becoming a real-time video game. But I think like this is as far as I want to go with it. Like a lot of the stuff that D&D has coming out, like with their virtual tabletop, with the characters and spell effects and being built on the Unreal Engine, I mean, that is too much. This is still theater of the mind. I mean, I don't know. Just call me a old school grognard, but I still prefer a lot of my stuff done theater of the mind. So, but this is a lot of fun to play with. A lot of fun to create with. Okay, I want to change. Oh, okay. So we have to have something down here that's like a pinnacle. Like there's a reason that this exists down here. Like it's hiding something special. Like key to something. All right, let's see. Magical. Let's see what's in magic. Mask of Sisu, Candle of Darkness, Signs, Utility. Okay. A hookah pipe. A loom. Witch's hat, top hat. Can you yeah, you can see the section over there where I'm digging through stuff. All right, what's hiding down here that's such a big deal? A boat. put a raft in here. Like a the damn rope. No, I know. That's silly. Reflecting pool with a locked hatch that requires a key. So let's see. See if I can find some sort of pool. I know there is a... Fungus. No, there's crystals. No, crystals. I know there's a round pool here somewhere. All right. Bay leaves. How about a snowman? Can I just put a snowman in here? There's a bomb. Compass. I could create one myself. Oh. Yeah, no. I know what I'm gonna put down here. Sorry. There was a flask. No. Force sphere. Kind of like... We'll put this force sphere here, make it a little bit bigger. Inside the fourth sphere, Evil Groot, yeah. No, there's this thing called a Gothias tree. Like one of my first campaigns I ran for 3rd edition was this was it? You had to you went through this what was it? It was a basically like a castle or a citadel that had been sunken into the ground, and there was this tree called the Gothias tree or Gothias tree that grew in there, and it was completely evil, and its branches corrupted anyone who came in contact with it. So I think we make this a little bit bigger. I'm going to shift it back a little bit and make sure this tree stays in there. And I want to have this tree, this evil tree, being held in a state of stasis inside this back dungeon room. There we go. I think that's pretty cool. What do you think? It's this thing is so dangerous. This tree that had to be sequestered inside this the secret room inside a dungeon, trapped in a force field. All right, so we'll come up with some more stuff around it, but yeah, no, I think it works. And behind that, thanks to Marvel, is our chest with our secret staircase down to the next level. Do we want all these pillars around here? I mean, do we need them? I don't know if we need all these pillars. We could probably come up with something better to go around these, to be in this room here. Come back. Oh, there we go. No, what? What did you... No, where's undo? That's weird that just happened. All right, let's get rid of these pillars. Nope. That tree is sentient. And that force field that's around it is keeping it in check. If that force field were to go down, that entire tree would take over the majority of the mansion. Roots and everything would just shoot up through the... Oh, maybe it's a death's head tree. There you go. And if you are worthy enough, you put your hands in the sphere and you can siphon the tree's energies and turn its powers into good. Yes. Marvel, go to the Discord. Put those ideas into the thing. There are no bad ideas. I like that. All right, so that's alone there. Move it back some. Move the tree. Back in the center. Move that. There we go. You know what else I want to do? I want this to be some sort of hub. Okay, so. Gotta find some arches. Find some arches. No, these are all arches. I'm gonna have to put these in walls. So I gotta find arches that can stand on their own. Yep, it's gonna have to be in the walls. Okay, so what was that? I think it was in place objects, right? Yeah. Freestanding arches. Okay. So I want an arch. See, find a better looking arch. I guess that arch is okay. Yeah, I think that arch is probably the best we're getting. Yeah, scrolling. Picture me scrolling. Okay, so yeah. All right, let me get back to the arch. The correct term is halflings. All right. So let's put this arch here. Do another arch here. So I want those two arches because there's going to be a reason that they're there. So I want that there. I'm gonna move this arch over here, and I want to put two gates behind them. Yeah, you need to apologize to all the halflings in the chat. May have offended somebody. Or no, I'm just kidding. I'm really just kidding. Signs magical. Moon gate. There's a moon gate. Moon gate. There we go. Ooh, what is this? Moon? What the world? What? There's a moon? I was not expecting that. Okay, like you're a three-quarterling, not quite a halfling. There we go. So that and that. Put that there for a very specific purpose. also going to... Nah, no need to apologize to yourself. I'm going to leave a little hint here as to where one of these gates go to. Some blue smoke there. Coming out of the gate. I'm gonna do the cinders. Get rid of the cinders. Just the blue fog, and then the swirly stuff. Okay, so, and then I'm going to do some snow on the ground. Do a stone floor, but I don't know. Some sort of interesting flagstones. There we go. There we go. That's the type of floor I want. Okay, so Marvel says, are those portals disrupting or maintaining the balance of power in the sphere so it cannot become unstable and then fail, releasing the tree? Like in Between Worlds, the portals are going to lead to 2 different levels of the dungeon, one of which I've already started, but they are people who have a vested interest in keeping this tree under wraps. So yes, they have a vested interest in maintaining the sphere around the tree. So, what was I looking for? Shoot. Snow. No. Nope. Ice. That's crazy that they have an actual moon. So like the wizard from Monty Python. God, I love Monty Python. All right, I'm going to, I think, keep it here for now. What's coming out of the other gate? So we have this one which leads from the snowy land. What's the other one? Was the other one like a volcano type land? Something like super duper hot? And let's do that. Add halflings. Yeah, we'll definitely put halflings in here. Halflings are on the menu, boys. Effects. So. Oh, you know what? We can do necrotic fog. All right, so fire. Not too much. Yeah, too much. There we go. All right, alchemist fire. Fog. Necrotic fog. We'll do necrotic fog. And if you zoom in on the necrotic fog, You can see the skulls of the dead. Some green swirly mist. Some black smoke. All kinds of nastiness that leads to the dead realms. And some cinders flowing out of here. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is, we're actually getting ready to the end here. This is a nexus point for the dungeon where there's, and we're still figuring it out. This tree is being kept inside of a magical sphere for a reason, and it leads to a couple different worlds, which are going to be offshoots of the dungeon. And the effects that are coming out of the portals are hints to what type of atmospheres you're going to experience. Where this we have the blue smoke and definitely some sort of cold area, and then a dead zone over here. And this is way deep down in the dungeon through a treasure room. So we're pretty low here. Well, not pretty low. It's actually on the second level down, but so. All right. Let's see. Is there anything we need to do tonight? Closing on 2 hours. Like siphon the sphere to subdue the tree. Yeah. Well, I'm kind of curious what would happen if the sphere was shut down around the tree. Like, there has to be a reason that the tree, the living tree, was subdued, and I think it has to do with the old castle that was destroyed. So we have to have maybe a root system that reaches over to this area here, which is the destroyed dungeon. The destroyed part of the castle. So we have to keep that in mind, where this tree maybe has a root system that goes and meets something over here that's been destroyed. Yeah, I gotta think about it. So the problem that I'm having with Dungeon 23 is that I can't get too far ahead of myself. Usually I design these things and act upon it, but now I'm almost like forced to design this thing a room at a time. But I'm going to save this, and we're going to save, and I'm going to come back. Let's see. All right, we're gonna stop there for tonight. Yggdrasil? Is that a proper name? Mac? Is that a proper name? Actually, I was thinking like the Death's Head tree from Ravenloft, but yeah, I could be. Yeah. But anyway, thanks for coming tonight. We took a look at some of the new books that I picked up. The Book of Legendary Dragons and Traps, Puzzles, and Dungeons. I highly recommend you guys add those to your arsenal. They're fantastic. They're from let's see here, Jeff Ashworth. You can find them on Amazon at a very reasonable price. Yeah, so, and also we did a little bit of reading from the book of Dritz Duerden, one of my favorite Dark Drow, and then we got some building in. So tomorrow we are going to do a long stream before the big game, where I'm going to go back up to the first level, fill in some stuff finally that we haven't filled in, and we're just going to hang out. And, you know, while we're leading up to the big game, we're going to do that. And maybe we'll take a look at some more Ravenloft stuff, get some more reading in. But I want to thank everybody who showed up tonight. I want to thank Strange for hanging out with me this evening. Dungeon Alchemist, thank you for stopping by, and thank you for developing such a wonderful program that we use. And yeah, and if you guys want to be a bigger part of it, head over to the Discord. The link is in the description. stop into the Dungeon 23 section, give us your pictures, give us your ideas for the next levels, and if you want to become a member, we've got 5 spots for memberships that are going to be completely forever free. I can't tell you what membership is going to entail, but if you're interested in becoming a member, throw your name into the hat there. There are 2 people who are already members, so at least 3 spots left that are going to be free for life. Anyway, thank you for hanging out on this Saturday. It is now midnight, and remember, in the game of life, may y'all always roll with advantage, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Boo. Don't forget, pretty soon these streams are just gonna be on Twitch, so if you haven't followed us on Twitch, you know, go ahead and follow us on Twitch. You know? I mean, you're more than welcome to keep following us on YouTube and stuff too, but eventually they're just gonna repost it here. Seriously though, you guys can go definitely go come over and hang out on the Discord server. So, have I told you guys you look beautiful in the candlelight? Very becoming. Really hide your age. I mean, not that your age is or anything. I feel like I did myself a hole, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave now. Don't fall asleep.